Alright, welcome back. Been a few days, and we're straight into a fight. We used the summons last time, so we don't have any overdrive bait, so let's try and get that going a little bit. Yeah, I've been looking ahead. There's little water trials when a boss coming on. Hopefully in this video I want to try and power through this bits, because there's like I've said a few times, there's not that much story related stuff happening. It's basically a build up to the end now, but there's quite a bit of gameplay to happen, so I'm trying to power through. As soon as you get past the Calmlands, as soon as I get past the Calmlands anyway, I don't know about anyone else who plays it, but when I get past the Calmlands, even though I don't really do a lot of side stuff, I feel like I just want to end the game. Right, you need to come out. Hopefully you don't die. Avoid it. Dodge it. Dismiss. That'll do for you. Letter 4. That'll do. Let's see. Kai. He's probably got counter attack on him. Yeah, I thought so. Oh no, oh. What's that? Mari, I'm pretty sure you've already got this one, but go for it. Yeah, nothing new. Give me... let's steal from this guy. Yeah, I kind of want to just get through it. There's a lot of bosses to go basically.
It's over.
Ow. Yeah, there's a lot of bosses to come up, and it gets a bit... the ending gets a bit... it's not uncommon though. If you remember Final Fantasy VII's the last disc, essentially, unless you did the extra side stuff, was essentially just the final dungeon, which was getting up to that fight with the final boss. Oh, come on, 31,000 HP. Let's do... oh, you can be poisoned. Sorry. Why am I saying sorry? I don't know. I'm not insulting the Marlborough people or anything. Switch you out. I'm gonna use Xena and have Ifrit. Not this plant. Could do some damage with Furaga. $9,999. Nice. And you know, do some summoning with some Ifrit. Yeah, well, like I was gonna do this next part coming up. I just started it just with, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 minutes ago at the most. And I just thought, you know what, maybe there isn't any story stuff, and I can just go there and do this bit, and just before the next boss fight or something, save it, and then continue from where that was. But unfortunately, let's do that. This point damage. Unfortunately, no, there's. Oh, that's what I mean. There was a bit more story stuff. Well, I don't really know for certain, because as soon as I get to this point we're about to hit, no one needs healing that bad of doing that. We're about to hit, this will happen. And I thought, it's probably gonna be a little
looks like we got a job to do, yeah?
If anything should happen in the water, we're relying on you three. If it gets dangerous, pull out quick.
Right.
Be careful, okay?
Alright, so it's just these guys. Riku the Cootie, Waka the, I guess, what is he like, the older brother type? And Kai, the brat? Is he a brat? Oh, yeah, we got Kira, right? Someone's got Kira. She's got Kira. Can I go down again? Yes, let's go down. I gotta go north. Let's see how tough these fishies are. 10,000, freaking hell. I guess we're stronger than I remember. Not really lucky. What about dark attack? That one. Alright, poisonous. Get rid of them. Nice. Nice doing it all. I think he's having a go at it. Poison, not too good though. Alright, it's mugging. Does the same amount of damage. Kai mug, that'd be a powerful attack. We'll need to heal up though. Choose an item. Got a lot of explosions. I've got 99 high potions. Is there one of auto potions? I don't remember. I think it's probably one of those rare ones that you need to do all the secrets to get some special auto potion skill. The first trial of Gagazet. Aim for the center with Waka's ball. I remember being pretty shit at this. It's embarrassing. Let's try now. Nope. Okay, there's more of a delay than I thought. Let's try now. Even more of a delay than I thought. Okay, let's try now. Ah, not quite that much though. Alright, so now. What? I hit it! Those little blue things, guys. Down. Ah. Here we go. Oh, that's stupid. That was not the time to do it. That was so not the time. Okay. Let's count this. 1, 2, 3. Why am I counting like that? That doesn't make any sense. Just forget it. Hit go. What am I doing? I'm meant to hit it, right? I must have hit that at least twice before. Do I get anything from it? Oh yeah, I do. A level 1 key sphere. Wow. Return to a safe sphere? What is a safe sphere? Is this a safe sphere? What are you talking about? Do you mean I can leave? Return to the safe sphere. Alright, whatever. Alright, so what do we have? You guys again. These ones are a little different. Oh, these guys from the beginning. Cool. Let's save the other job. Don't need to use it anymore. I'll try and blind this guy. Yeah, you could. This one's glowing. Get rid of that. Ooh, nice. No, you didn't put it. Let the sound stick. And blinded it, which is good. Counter, counter, counter kill, counter kill. And you blinded, so meh. One more gear as well. Get some water gems. Strike ya, and hopefully kill ya. No, not quite. Oh, you can't kill him, love. Alright. Kapow? Kapow. I'm saying go back to the Sisby. I guess we can just leave. Is there anything to do in here? What's up here? Oh, okay. What's this? This is Dead End. Dead End City. Population as 3. No. Don't get me wrong with all my, oh, I want to finish it as soon as I can sort of mentality I'm on. Because, just flag grenade. I forgot. I don't really want to use a spray yet. I don't have anything that will attack everyone. I don't want to use the overdraft for these weaklings. No, we'll just have to go one at a time. Don't mistake me, I still think this is a really good game. But also don't mistake me, that's when well, I won't say the golden age because 4, 5 and 6 to many are considered some of the best. Especially 6, a lot of people consider 6 to be the best Final Fantasy. And I still haven't played it. Well, there was a time when I had the PS3 and I had the Vita, and I still do, but when I had them but I didn't have the PS4, I was downloading all the available games on the Vita, so I had 6, 7, 8 and 9 and I put them on the Vita. And I was playing them, and I tried playing 6, but there's a certain point, if you could, there's a certain point fairly early on where you've got to do like a button combination.
You think we can get out of these?
Damn off. Are we back with the team? Yeah, we're back with the team. Let's steal from this guy. This guy's probably going to be tough. Kai, I don't want to use, I want to save the boss fights because I know there's going to be some boss fights. Can you darkness this guy? Is he immune to darkness? It's slow. I don't think we can balance him. Demi, let's see if Demi works. But yeah, there's a button combination you're gonna have to use. For some reason, it just wasn't working. It gave me like 3 or 4 attempts to do it, and it failed. I did exactly as it said, but I guess there must have been some sort of key mapping problem with the Vita. That's my best guess. So I've re-downloaded it onto the PS3, but I just haven't gone around to getting to playing it. So yeah, I haven't just played. I ain't fought a burn off yet, so I might have something for you. Mighty Guard, nice. That's a good one to get if I remember right. No, we'll end on Yuna. I'll bring Auron in.
As you wish.
Oh, we might kill him. No, fine. We must be
No
really
time to waste. Let's go.
Bear off, because he had such a long time waiting for his turn. When we had a massive attack coming. Alright, so no, there's nothing I need in here. I'll go back to the save point. Yeah, so I guess I was done there. Another burn. Well, Yuna, you're gonna get your turn now. Actually, you're not gonna get your turn right now. You're gonna get your turn in a moment. Don't get a chance to steal from critical from those guys very often. Let's go with it again. This overdrive wasn't exactly healed up. Yeah, this, the bottom pump screen at my iPhone. I've already said that. So in my heyday, I don't want to. I keep saying I don't want to say golden age because it annoys other fans with different things. Because younger people, especially I think, would say, not only obviously, but would say 13, 12, 13, and 15. Maybe not 12 because that's PS2. But 13 and 15 and maybe the MMOs are like the best of Final Fantasies and stuff. So everyone has different tastes, but for me, Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9 and 10 were the best years of Final Fantasy, the best games that I've played of them for certain. And of those ones, the weakest one is 10, in my opinion. A lot of people like 10 the most. I think it's a lot more restrictive, and the story's good, but several of the characters are a bit bland. Yeah, you're gonna have to dismiss, you know. But that's good, nearly got your overdrive up. Use the force of black magic. Bunny. Yeah, 10, similar to like Lulu. Her whole character, and there's a part of her character that is like... Oh goodness, it must have already stolen. Let's go Ixion, and the whole part of Lulu's character is, at the very beginning she's like a protector of Yuna, but you don't really see that very much because she's not needed after Auron comes in, and she's not like... She's a little bit, Yuna's a little bit naive at the beginning of the game. You know, you can see it in how she acts, but she very quickly gets past that after maybe even the first temple that we go to. And Yuna, mainly, her main thing, other than this little side thing I'm going to go into in a second, Lulu's main thing then becomes being the explainer to Tidus, to Kai. To tell you what's going on in the world. And that's not a really fun description to be in your personality. The only other thing is that she's got going on with Waka and the brother that she was dating. And there's going to be a little bit more coming on, but really, that's not a whole lot to the character. There's not a like in-depth thing going on there. And I know I didn't go super in-depth with the side characters, but she's one of the main side characters as Lulu. Let's see what else. Riku gets a bit of depth. I'm happy with Riku as the character in this one. I think it's very good. What, a block scene? Oh, I exited the blocks. I thought it said this was a block scene. What? Just not letting me play the game now? Let me just make sure I'm going to go the right way. Yeah, there's going to be another underwater scene. Oh, these guys. Super annoying. Could finish up if it's overdrive, but no, let's go with this one. Right, Riku I'm happy. She gets enough in-depth things. She's got the Albed thing, which is hidden from Waka. She's got the connection to Yuna indirectly because Yuna's kind of related to them, to her, I think. In some way it's a bit weird. To Sid. Is Sid related? I think it's a bit confusing, but yeah, she has quite a bit of in-depth stuff going on. As a side character, that's fine. Don't need more than that. Kimari, I know he's the strong silent type. But even the strong silent types of the other ones, like Vincent from Final Fantasy 7, and what else am I thinking of? In Final Fantasy 9, the flaming, I always call him Carl. The flaming, I forgot what his, Armand, that was it. I always call him something else because I think that's a silly name. French. Oh yeah, But anyway, yeah, even he has a much better backstory and character development going on, and you find out about his thing a lot more than Kimari. Kimari's whole character is protecting Yuna, which, to be honest, everyone's is that, but he's like he nudged out Lulu very early on about who really needs to be looking out for Yuna. Which way is it? Why is the thing saying go back down? Let's go up here, right? Proceed up the steps to the north and continue until I have no choice but to go underwater. North is this way, yeah? The steel. Let's get Shiva. What was I saying? Yeah, Kimari's whole thing, other than protecting you at the beginning, not really talking, which is a bit of a fair. He has more than Lulu, I think. With the Ronso coming back. There's a bit more, very slightly more. In more of a nuanced way, I guess, than Lulu. But in terms of actually what's straight in front of your face and what's explained to you up front, yeah, probably the same. And who else have we got? We've got Waka. Waka has definitely more than Lulu. Waka, let me think. Yes, Waka. So, Waka. He's the friend of Kai. The main character. He's your friend, he's your buddy. He has the religious thing. He has the brother thing. He has the Lulu thing. We don't really do that much of Yuna. But yeah, he's alright. In terms of the ones that I consider the best ones, 7, 8 and 9. Let's say 8 is a difference. So 7 and 9, because the 8's characters are their weakest point. In terms of... I forgot what I was saying. Let's do Rainfall. Yeah, in terms of 7 and 9, Waka's a little bit on the weaker side. He's like on the optional character with Yuffie. She gets some moments. She probably has more, thinking about it. Vincent, because Vincent only has a few pieces, but they're full of stuff. Few moments does Vincent in Final Fantasy 7, but they're full of stuff, so I'd say they're probably about on par, because Waka has a lot of little bits throughout the story, but nothing really huge, except for obviously the Yevon thing. So I'm happy with Waka. He's not the most thingied one, but no, he's alright. I don't have any big complaints about him. Hopefully if they don't if any of them manage to hit him, he's dead. Yeah, avoid. Oh, that was lucky as hell. Dismiss. We got you over grab, but you know he's dead. So I'm happy with Waka. Who else have we got? Lulu I'm not happy with. Kimari I'm not happy with. Auron. No, I'm fairly happy with Auron. He gets a fair amount of stuff. You're going to find out more. He's the mysterious character for sure, but you find out his stuff more later on. Everyone else you've kind of figured out their whole story now. Waka doesn't really have much else to go. He's got a little bit, but not much else. Lulu has a little bit that. Or is that in the Eternal Calm? I think she's a little bit. I think Waka and her have a little bit more story coming up, but there's also a little extra story to come up later after the game finishes in the Eternal Calm, which I'm going to record if it'll let me. So I can't remember if they actually have anything more in the main story, but we'll find out, I guess. So yeah, but that's disappointing to have. When I'm saying not happy, I mean I don't think they're good enough characters to stand on their own. Kimari and Lulu, 2 of the main characters, are not good enough. Raka is alright. I don't have complaints about him. Yuna's a main character. Yuna and Kai, or Tidus if you want to call him the game's name. Tidus, the official game, how you pronounce it. They're the main characters, so they're plenty. Which is unlike 12, which the main character was nothing. Alright, let's carry on this. Where am I? I just got carry. Find it? Nope. Yeah, not good. It's psyched up as well. Can we kill him? Yeah. Let's bring on Lulu. Do a dummy on it.
Let's end this.
True, true. Actually, I don't think you can, but you can rig this quite well. I don't think you can kill it in one. Let's defend. You should feel okay. But yeah, you can do it. I mean, I'm not saying it's a terrible game. I'm just saying some of the characters let it down. And the story is very good. And it's very focused. Which, there we go, we're going underwater again, I think. Is it just us 3? Yeah. But it's yes, we're good. Where are we going now? Now swim towards... Okay. Alright, what was I saying? Yeah, 10 was the weakest. Story is good. It doesn't have an overworld map, which Final Fantasy 13 also suffered from. The difference, in my opinion, between 13 and 10 is that 10 has an accessible story. 13's story was so convoluted straight from the beginning. You had the opening, there's cutscenes like, okay, ooh, it looks pretty. This was my initial reactions when I first started playing the game. I was like, oh wow, it really is pretty. And now, back when 13, I'd been waiting for 13 for so long, which is probably one of the reasons why it was so disappointing, because it just didn't meet expectations, in my opinion. Yeah, it was so convoluted, and so I'm not saying that Final Fantasy doesn't do convoluted and really sort of crazy out there plot lines, because they definitely do, but how they do them is usually a lot better. Usually they start out small, and it gets more and more and more and more and then by the time they've slowly been drip feeding you, well not drip feeding you, but been occasionally dropping larger story elements or crazy elements if you want to go into what 13 was, and they have stuff like in Final Fantasy 9 there's like main characters. I'm not going to go into it because I want to play that next. But yeah, there's a point where if you'd have done that at the beginning, go like, this just seems ridiculous. But because it's the 3/4 way mark through, or maybe even towards the end, yeah, right near the end of the game, it happens then, at a point where you're completely invested in the characters. And you care about everything that happens to them. And you know the story, you know the world now, you know the mythos, you know the lore of the world, inside out nearly. Because you've been playing it for so many hours. I got poisoned again, I forgot. Then yes, you buy that, you think that this could happen, like just for random. Star Wars, I am your father. If they'd have started with that in the first 10 minutes, wait, what? Then why don't, what? It's like, wait, it's such a, it doesn't need to be a twist, but it can be such a lore dump of information that just seems random and out of place. That's what 13 had for me in the beginning. So I was lost, confused, frustrated, and the combat I didn't like. I didn't think it was the worst thing in the world, but I didn't really enjoy it. and I get what I'm saying. There's a little bit coming up. Hit the 3 panels simultaneously. Check each size before deciding who to send. The green one, right? Little Riku is the green one, I think. Yeah. Ba-dum. Bidding. And how do I go down there? Ba-dum. Is that, do I get anything for that? Oh, come on, I keep forgetting what I'm talking about. I'm an old man. 13, I think I was talking about. It was too convoluted from the beginning. I was lost, confused, didn't really like the combat that much. It wasn't. If the story was good enough, I would have tolerated the combat all the way through. Dog thing. Damn it! Someone might be able to go. I'll just be right back. Sorry about that. Wasn't the door, with the cleaners are here, so the dog might be back in quite a bit, and I apologise. But there's no save point here, so I can't exactly stop it. I've forgotten what I was talking about. Something about being confused and lost in Final Fantasy 13. I'm gonna poison us. She only does it on herself. Oh, I don't know, listen, I thought I did it on everyone else as well. It's not. Yeah, that's... Didn't really like the combat. Yes, that's what I was talking about now, I remember. In a Final Fantasy game, the combat isn't the most important part. But it isn't nothing. It isn't just... anything to be scoffed at, or whatever you want to call it. But it's not the most important part, as I was just saying. I keep getting distracted. Yeah, I've Final Fantasy 8. The first time I played it, especially. I mean, it's even not the best now. But the first time I played the Final Fantasy, how the draw system, how the GFs and everything worked, I couldn't get my head around it. I couldn't really figure it out properly when I was as a, I don't know, 10, 12 year old, whatever I was. Oh, come on, don't miss. But the story was really good. The characters weren't very good. It's over than the main cast. The main two characters. The romance things. Romance story, really. And but most of the other ones. Oh, I don't want to talk about Final Fantasy 8 right now, because I'll probably talk about it when we play Final Fantasy 9, because that's a really good contrast. 9, I think, 7 are the ones of all my favourite ones, like I said, 7, 8, 9 and 10. 7 and 9 have the best character development. 10 has okay. Like I said, most of them are alright, there's nothing really wrong with them, but there's a couple of them that are just almost, not really a waste of space, but are really underdeveloped, in my opinion. 7 does a really good job of it, and 9, I think, in fact, my favourite is 9 in how it is. My favourite in how they pull the characters is with 9. No point in stealing from them because they've got nothing. Sorry about the dog barking. Where am I going next anyway? Above, going back to the first view basically. Right. I really could have just skipped all this. I thought there was going to be more story stuff coming up. Alright, another window cleaner's with my door, my window. Oh well. Maybe just be quiet. Oh, come on. Yeah, let's just get out of this one. Looks like a tough job. Don't really want to do that. Oh, I could have brought in the guys, I forgot that. Wait, is this where I'm going? I don't know where I'm going. I might be missing some items. I'm trying to forget. I suppose I'll go back and see. This is just terrible conditions. Oh, yeah, it's got that. Yeah, let's get out of here. Oh, why did I do that? Like a phoenix, nice. I'm going to stop it here. There's a safe one down there where I'm going to save it. I won't do any story stuff, don't worry. Oh, sorry about all the stuff going around here. Most things seems to go the way that I want it to go. Not lately anyway. Alright, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.